Hi, I'm Carly Cornell.
And I'm Harvey Cornell, and we are Dragon Phoenix Games.
Today we want to show you one of the cooperative versions of Blackstone Castle. This is the Puzzlemaster's Quest. Harvey will tell you about the objectives.
Okay, so in this game, we're not concerned about points. What we're trying to do is we're trying to manipulate the board so that we have empty spaces in the 9 squares in the middle. And as you may note, this is a little different than the other game in that we start with something on all 25 squares. But our objective is to have all 9 of these spaces empty and then cards around the ring. But we also have to manipulate them such that we meet one of two conditions for the cards on the outer ring. Either all the factions have to be lined up on a like one faction on a row, one faction on this column, another faction on this row, another faction on this column. Or we could do it by roll, where we have one roll on this row, one roll on this column, another roll on this row, and another roll on this column. And in addition, let's say we chose to, and we don't have to decide ahead of time, but during the course of play we'll decide what seems to work best for this instance of play. But suppose we had decided to line up according to the factions. That might be a good starting point, because if you see, we have 3 lions already in this faction, on this column, and we have a scout, a spy, and a captain. And on the back side of this we have another lion with the other symbol, the emissary, and that's what you have to do. So if we chose to have the lions factions on this column, and then we have to have exactly one of each of the rolls to go with it, and we've already got 3 and flip over and we'd have the other one, so that might be a good start. Then we'd have to do the same thing where, suppose we chose Phoenix, we can decide as we go, and then we'd have to have one of each roll, and again we'd pick a 3rd faction and do the same, and then the 4th faction and do the same. And in addition to having the rolls in this case, the factions in this case, aligned along a row or column, and the different rolls all represented, we also cannot have any symbols that match each other where they're touching. So if we end up with these 4 lions, and this is something else, this obviously won't match because it'll be a different faction, but we can't have a scout here and a scout here touching. Just like we can't have if this is the way it ends up, we can't have a captain here and a captain touching. So that's the last requirement, is not having anything touching. Now Carly's going to tell you a little bit more about the setup and everything.
So setup is pretty much like the normal game, the base game, the King's Quest, right? And except that, as Harvey mentioned, we have all 25 slots on the board filled. That's the main difference. Everything else is virtually the same, except that we are going to put the 20 castle tokens out here as counters, because we're going to use them as our timer. We need to finish the game before those 20 markers run out. We will place one of them for each of us on our turn. That's it. So we're going to go ahead and play through for you and show you how this works. And
yeah, in case you're wondering, we do have a way to remove some cards from the board to meet that requirement. We'll show you as we play.
Yeah. So I'm going to start.
Okay, first thing that happens is we pay one of these tokens. You pay to take your turn. And if we ever get to a point, we still have to use these to mark things. If we're trying to complete like a knight or a wizard card, we still have to pay some of these to mark them. If there's not enough to mark, then you can't take that action.
And you lose the game. So, I just took my income for this turn, and I'm going to see if I can complete something. Ooh, that was on the edge, not ideal. This one too.
Yeah, both of mine have edges.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to go ahead and build my wizard card because that's easy to do and allows me to have an extra wizard early, which is good because they're all touching right now. Mostly the wizard manipulations are more valuable early in the game. So this says I need to have a captain on CN and a lion on B, and I'm gonna goof up your lion plan here, hon.
Oh, man.
But look, I've got a lion spy to replace with.
Okay.
So I think I can.
See, that's the other thing. Not only are we trying to build our engine, but we're trying to work towards this final configuration. So,
yeah.
you know, sometimes you have to damage the configuration that you have there to get there and then go back and fix it. But in this case, looks like she can repair it right away.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and replace. And replace this one.
Now that one
now that one we could leave out.
Yeah,
In fact,
we
it's a
could
good
have
idea.
chosen to remove that, but we actually wanted that one. So
Yeah, I
But
think
this
I'm gonna. The choice to replace or not replace is ours, and since we need to remove 9 cards from the board, you know, we need to make that decision pretty regularly. And I think in this case it's good to move it because we need to start opening up the board a little, make it a
we
little
can't
easier
use,
to play.
you know, the slide action that you get with a knight
Doesn't
is not
work.
available to us until we get some free spaces.
Right.
So-
So your turn.
Well, I only have knight cards, so I guess I'm gonna do a knight card.
Okay.
First, I'll make my payment to allow me to take my turn, and I will take my income. Just like the regular game. Now, but this card, actually I need something on S and on K, so both of them are on the edges. But maybe I can, you know,
It's early days.
yeah, it's early. And I mean, it's kind of obvious that lions would be a good choice there. I don't know, I mean, there's a lot of phoenixes down there. What might be
Yeah.
a good choice?
Yeah. You know, maybe dragons on here and castles here, but we'll see what happens because
Yeah, well, see, now the thing is,
there's a little.
there's a castle right here. I need to take, this one would fill the first part of my requirement, and I could pull
You
a
put a
castle
castle
in to
in.
help.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
that'd
a,
be cool.
a multi-function play there. I like that.
Yeah.
So that can be the first part of mine, having a spy on S.
Okay.
Now I need a phoenix on K. So
Let's see.
I've got. So I don't want to mess with this
If-
one because
if
I
we're
like
gonna do
that one down here.
phoenixes,
Oh, and actually,
we're-
nah, this one can go too.
That could go to, yeah, because if we're doing lions, we'll end here, phoenixes will end here.
Let me do that one in the hopes that the
Dragons.
second card under here.
The other thing is this one's not necessary. Of course, it's another kind of phoenix that we could, well, I mean, it's
too far away.
Yeah,
Well, let's do that one then,
okay.
and hope it's a dragon.
There you
right?
go. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because we need 4 dragons. No, castles.
Well, that one,
We're going to put a
that would
castle
be a-
here, and we're going
that
to hope
would
this is
be-
another castle.
yeah. That'd be
Anyway,
nice.
so that's going to complete my card. Definitely I'm going to put this one in because a castle spy would be good. Oh, and it's got a castle emissary
you
on the
go.
bottom.
Nice.
That might
the
work
back.
out just fine.
Okay,
Discard,
Cool.
please.
certainly.
And I am done. We'll
Okay.
pay a castle token for Carly to take her turn.
Okay, and then I will take my income, muster my knights and,
Knights and
and
wizards.
wizards. That's our new language
New
for
rallying
that.
cry.
Yeah, yeah. We're pretty sure the soldiers will be up for mustering, but not so convinced about the wizards. They tend to be
Late risers.
well and
And-
temperamental besides.
Yeah,
So, you know what? I'm going to buy a power card and see if I can get a king. I did.
Well, considering nearly 80% of that deck is kings, it's not
Yeah, it's not
terribly surprising.
shocking, but anyway. So, Well, I'll tell you what. I'm I need to bring a spy in on that lower row. And I think I'll bring it in here. Well, I mean, that's my spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and retain this guy over here. He doesn't have much. Well, he might have value to me. We'll see. But the main thing he is he allows me to bring in that spy. Another fine dragon spy.
Well, but actually, and this was the better choice. I mean, there was a spy here, but we might want that Phoenix spy down this row.
That's why I was fighting.
Yeah, that's a good reason to pick the other one that...
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. That's what I was thinking, and I didn't say it out loud. Sorry.
Although the dragon spy could have been useful here too. So
yeah,
I mean,
well, there's another dragon spy.
Yeah.
So. Okay, and then I think this is done. So I have on AE here, I have a spy. As you can see, those match. So I'll mark that with my token, which we have plenty of still. And then on A, I need to have an emissary. Oh, it's a lion emissary. Oh, I didn't notice. And I've got a phoenix emissary. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can fix that. There's one here. There's also one here. But I don't really want to. I don't want to do that. I don't want. That's a big job and kind of messes us up besides. So I'll bring that in and retain yet another vassal. Now I can finish my job. Sorry, guys. So on A, I have a lion emissary. And then that
and now
gives
it's
me...
being right in the middle of the board. It's probably a good idea to remove that card.
Yeah, I think so. This one I won't replace. I'll just pull it. Put that back. And that one I could replace with this. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I like that idea.
Oh, no, you don't get a choice.
Oh, no, I don't. It has to come
here.
from here. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we'll have to do some retaining to get more choiceful about that.
Right. Now, because of the third king, you're okay on your limits.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure enough. That was timely. So now I don't have to get rid of wizard chips with tokens, so it's your turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I'll pay my castle token. Take my income, which is 1 wizard and 2 knights. Now, I have another knight card, which my upcharge could be satisfied if I retain that card, so I might end up doing that, but I would like to see if I could find a wizard card first.
Okay.
So I am going to pay 1 wizard and see if I can find a wizard card. I did.
Yay.
Okay, let's see. On CE, that's the one that has a specific location. And that's okay because that's got a dragon. We're looking to make phoenixes down there, so I don't care so much about that. But I need to have a captain there. Which I could arrange if I have to. And we also need a castle on C. Well, I can arrange it. It's just
well,
there's a castle captain and a castle captain. So why don't I just I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use a wizard because I don't need both castle captains. I can afford to use that one up.
Okay.
And then on CE, I'm gonna need a captain. So if I use 2 of my knights, or one, no, so if I use 1 knight. And then my other wizard, then I can get this one in place. So that's going to allow me to complete this, I believe. So I have let's see, so I have a castle on C, and I have a captain on CE.
Okay.
So that's going to do that.
Sweet.
Now I am going to end up with 1 too many knight tokens left because of my 2 kings, but I am interested in capturing
Yeah, you
this
said you
if I
wanted
want to get
that.
another
Right,
night. So that's
right.
perfect timing. I'll use that
Excellent.
up to get myself back under the limits.
Okay.
And that
Replace.
I can choose.
Or
Let's
not.
choose not to
Yeah.
replace that
Okay.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I am going to go ahead and replace
2, 3,
this
4, 5,
one.
6. So we still have 6 extra cards.
Yeah, we have a lot, but
That's okay. I think delaying the removal has proven to be a terrible
okay,
idea.
this doesn't have a phoenix, so we could go ahead and remove that just to allow ourselves a little bit more. This is getting a little clogged. I'm going to go ahead and let it go away.
Okay.
If you're okay with that,
Sure.
to get us a little bit more flexibility on maneuvering.
Get some room. Okay. All right.
Okay. So that ends
Okay.
my turn, and Carly will pay a castle token for her turn. Take income.
Okay. And I will take 2 wizards and 1 knight. And then I'm going to see if I can build this knight because I'm...
Yeah, and since no upcharge, you might as well try to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, not only that, but I'm at some point I'm going to run out of knight tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So I have... This has a requirement on the B row, and I'm looking to see what I can do to meet the requirement and not goof us up too badly. I need a scout there. If I were to swap these 2 guys, that'd preserve this card nearby.
Yes, that's a
What do you
good play.
think?
Yeah.
And then I need a Phoenix on L, so I'm just going to slide that guy over. So
Okay.
that's 1 knight. And then a wizard to swap these guys. That gives me my scout. And then I don't have to take away either of the scouts that we kind of sort of think might work for us.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me this card, which has a scout on B and a phoenix on L. And
Okay.
that gives me a Knight. Knigget.
Mm-hmm. You do have 1 extra wizard token that you...
I do, but my hand's empty, so it's a good time to buy a card. So I'm gonna buy a guild
card.
Yeah. Oh, wizard. Woohoo! That's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, because we have
Yeah.
thought about the strategy that if one of us has 3 wizards and 2 knights, and the other one has 3 knights and 2 wizards, and then
It
head
might
for the
give
end
us-
game, that's probably a good balanced strategy.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that I need a castle spy, and I'm just looking to see if there are any of those in the center.
There is one.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
it's
in the
sort of-
center.
It's sort of in range
There's
that we're...
on the back side of either of these.
Oh,
But
that's
this,
not so bad.
But this one is somewhat useful to us because it's
This
a
one's
dragon.
not.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip that then with my wizard, and then with this knight, I'd like to retain it.
Okay.
Boom.
Well, and now
Let's
this
see,
is a
so
dragon
what's-
roll, and there's a couple of dragons here that we could choose
Yeah,
to pull
which-
in.
Which one's more useful to us? We've got a dragon scout right here, so that's maybe the
So-
dragon spy.
Okay,
What do you think?
makes sense.
Okay. And that takes care of that. And I think I've had enough fun for 1 turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace...
You
wait
wanna-
a minute. Let's think about it. This one
Let's
maybe
let that
not,
one
maybe
go.
this one...
Yeah.
This one will go. And then, I don't know, you want to just leave this one out? Because then we could just slide that bad boy in.
Well, slide or swap,
it-
either one, or
Yeah.
I would say
Let's
let's
leave it.
replace it so that we can try to, on our final card, still try to use some of these other ones.
Okay.
We've removed 4 of the 9 that we need to remove. I think we're okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So now I'll pay castle token
Mm-hmm.
and take an income of 2 and 2. And I just happen to have a knight card here. Let me see how easy it is. Oh, and there's a nice, I can use this one for part of my requirement. The other requirement's on K.
Mm-hmm.
but I need a captain.
Oh, but that's got our castle emissary on the back, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, that's not so bad.
But I could,
Need this
I
one
could
or
pull,
that one.
I could pull this one in and flip it, and then I would have it, and that won't hurt us as much. It just has to be anywhere on K.
Yeah.
And how about let me just do that?
That Phoenix isn't.
So I'm going
useful.
to retain this one so that I can pull this one onto the board.
Okay.
Then I'm going to flip it over. And now I should have this. I have a lion on C, and I have a captain on K, and I have my castle emissary upcharge, which I will pay now.
Sweet.
And I have too many knights.
Okay. Could do some switching and flipping and switching and sliding, or you could do some retaining.
Yeah.
Also a good choice.
See, it's still so clogged.
Yeah, the
can't
knights are hard to
easily-
use.
Well, you know, we're...
Well, you could bring that guy in.
Yeah. I think I'll do that. I think I'm going to bring... Well,
I guess you could bring this
there
guy
any
in, maybe here.
let me see if there's any chance that there's something that I could retain that would be useful to me as well. That is, but I don't want to do that. I need a castle. I mean, this one is of value to me.
Okay. If you flip him.
So let's do that. I will flip that one, and then I'll retain him
Okay.
and not replace him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good.
Now I still have one too many knights, but I can pull that one in if I retain this.
Yeah.
Now
Yep.
I'm okay on limits except for these. I have some value, some need for this one. And these I really don't, so I'll pick one to discard.
Eeny meeny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it for my turn. Except for I got to replace these. Do we want to? Yeah, this one is another way to get that symbol here, if in case. So let's go ahead and do that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that gives us some flexibility in that corner. Oops, upside down.
And then since this is an edge, you want to go ahead and replace it?
Yeah, sure.
Or we have one too many cards here right now. I mean, are you planning on? You're going to plan on doing another?
I'm gonna do a wizard. I drew a wizard, so
Do you think I should remove or leave it there so you have more to? I think let's leave it there for now. Give you more to work with until you've done building engine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm done.
Yeah.
We'll pay one castle token for her turn.
Thank you. And then I take 2 wizards and 2 knights. And then see what I can do with this. Oh, isn't that clever? We very cleverly left my card exactly where we need it to be. The only thing is I'm going to be doing some dragon marauding.
Well,
But that's okay. That's okay.
After this, we're probably set to start just fixing
But
things. So
I think that's okay because I've got a dragon emissary here to replace that one.
okay.
So that's the dragon I'll take because I just need one on K. But this is actually a pretty simple card to finish. I need a captain on KS. Boom. We set that up more or less accidentally. And then we need on K we need a dragon. And like I say, I've got a dragon emissary to replace with. So that's the one I'm going to take.
Okay.
And
so that's
that
complete.
gives me my wizard. Oh, wait a minute.
Upcharge.
I have to pay.
A castle spy, which is the one on the right.
Yes, there it is. Knew I'd retained it. And then I can put my wizard in here. And now I'll get 3 wizards on each turn and 2 knights. So my engine's in good shape.
I still got to go make
You
a
need to
king.
get a king.
I'm not going to get the benefit of this other knight card until I make a king.
Yeah, yeah. But that means I have an extra wizard, and I think what I'll do with that is see if there's something I can do to start. Oh
Well,
yeah, I'll just do this
yeah.
flip, the
swap.
one that I set up earlier, the swap.
Mhm.
Sorry, flip, swap, you know, whatever.
Okay, so now you're good.
I think so. So I'm gonna stop.
Replace. Oh,
Well,
the wilds shouldn't have been in the
no,
game.
No.
We're not playing with these cards.
Okay, I have to replace this one here, even though, but that's okay, I think. Let's see, and here's another castle, dragon spy. So but I kind of just killed our castle emissary.
Oh, we can swap these.
Oh,
and
but
get
we
it
have
back.
one here, so.
Well, a
And we
castle
need to get,
emissary, but we want to get this
that
one down.
dragon down. So
there's
yeah,
some work
I
to
think
do.
Yep.
Okay,
It's your
so
turn.
I'm going to pay a castle token for my turn. Now I'm going to take 2 wizards of income. Now even though I have 3 knights, I only have 2 kings, so I'm only allowed to take 2 income right now. So I need to go get a king done so that doesn't keep limiting me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll start by buying a power card and hoping it's a king card. And it is.
Yay.
L.E. Lion Captain. Well, there's a Lion Captain on the back of this one.
Uh-huh.
This one is kind of needed as part of what we're doing, and I wouldn't be able to get it over there. I only have 1 wizard token. I would not be able to swap it into place. So I'm going to go ahead and I know this is going to hurt a little bit.
I'm sure we can recover. I imagine we can. Well, I mean, you could slide and just get it out of the way.
Well, let me see how many tokens I need for the rest of the requirement. I need a phoenix on C.
Mm-hmm.
We could end up just tearing up all our... There's another one of these coming up, so
Yeah.
we can put one back into play.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too worried if I... Well, if I need a phoenix on C, I'm already going to be doing this.
Yeah.
And I'll plan on getting another one on the board here. So that if I'm already doing that, then I probably should just go ahead and use 2 more knight tokens and do like you said. I'll just move this.
Yeah, this one's...
And then move this.
Right.
And then
When you replace your...
when I retain this one, I can pull in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can now use the wizard to flip.
Tell me you still have the thing you need on C? What do you need?
Well, I'm going to use this one.
Oh, okay.
But it's coming in. It's going to come in.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to
That's
use
okay.
these 2 because I've got my Lion Captain and my Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this one's going to come into here, so it kind of made up for it.
Yeah.
And now I get my King,
Yay.
and I'm just
Long
going
live the king.
to used all my tokens to make that happen, but that's fine. And that is useful in our little line of phoenixes, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one I could decide to just leave out.
Why don't we do that?
Okay, so we
No.
will not replace there. And so we still have 3 cards more than we need, but we're getting a lot closer to meeting our requirement.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm done, and we'll pay a castle token for Carly's turn.
Well, and you might be at a point where you don't need to do any more engine building either.
I don't really intend to. No, I'm just going to see.
We'll see if we can make it work from here. So, okay, here goes nothing. So we still need a Phoenix emissary. We need to keep an eye. Oh, here's one.
Mm-hmm.
How many of the dragons do we have? We have 1, 2.
Well,
Our dragons are a little rather less.
Well, we were talking about swapping these
Oh,
so
yeah,
we could make
yeah.
that into a dragon emissary.
Okay, let's start with that because that'll help us keep track.
And we know
then-
you wanted that castle up there, right?
Yeah, so let's swap that. Put
And
that
you've got more
there.
wizards than I do, so you're going
I
to get more of
do.
that done.
I'll do more of the.
Okay, so that gives 3 of
swappage.
our castles in place. So we're looking
and we
for
need one more we need a castle.
that one.
Okay, so I could retain this here and pull that in. So, and then flip it because I have a wizard for that.
And so that puts
That
us
means
in
our
good shape on those.
Castles are in good shape. The lions. This needs to
need
be
to flip.
flipped. I'm
And we've got
out of
3 of
wizards.
our phoenixes.
okay.
And once
here's
we've
one here. Then our
we're
dragons.
pretty close.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I think we're gonna crush it again.
I have a couple of knights, so I could move some things.
Well,
Why
if-
don't I start sliding her down?
Okay.
That's one. And then you want me to just open up a space? I'll slide that.
Well, that's going to trap this one here, and it's going to cause us to think about.
Is that not where we want? Oh no, that needs to be a dragon, doesn't it?
If we're not going to
So
do
it
any
needs
more
to come
engine
this way.
building, you could just remove a card.
I could. Yeah. Okay. Why not? This one. Okay. Your turn.
Okay.
I used up all my chips.
Good. And you got a lot done too. So I'm going to get 2 wizards and 3 knights. So on our phoenixes, well,
But-
that's not. It's all
Actually,
there.
that
Just needs
one's
adjustment.
that one, yeah.
So we really just need to come up with our dragons. We have 2. There's one.
Yeah, we've got.
Hey, why don't I retain?
Okay,
We don't. This is
yeah.
we don't need that one. So
No.
I'm gonna.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh.
I'm gonna bring this one. I'm not
You
gonna
don't
keep
need
it.
it. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that,
Okay.
and that gives us 2 of the
Yeah.
dragons.
So
And I'm gonna
this is
use
what we
this
need?
wizard to do this.
Okay.
Now that's 3 dragons,
And this
Right.
one's here's our 4th.
and that's going to be just a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have all the dragons.
And they're okay on the corners. Okay. We're here
We're
too.
practically
we're almost
done,
done.
girl.
Yeah, we are.
I'm gonna remove this card,
Okay.
and I'll remove this card.
Yep.
And for the, well, you don't
Yeah.
have 3 knights.
No. No, but that's all right. I'll come close.
Yeah.
Do some stuff.
Man. Anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm done. That's only our 11th. So we've just gotten really good at this game. I think we just need to increase our level of difficulty.
We do 3 wizards, 2 knights, and I will scooch with that knight and scooch with this knight, and then stop because I don't have anything else that's useful.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Well, this is kind of crazy, but after only 12 plays, we have enough power to finish because all I have to do is pay one of those knights and move this down. Oh, we have an issue here. We have 2 captains side by side, so I'll use 1 wizard to swap places.
That. Okay.
And so let's just check. We have 4 castles, all 4 different rolls there. The rolls that are touching don't match here or here, so that's good.
And then 4 lions.
4 lions.
Oh, oops, oops.
that's
Need to
not-
flip this one.
Okay, I gotta flip that one. Good thing we
Not
checked.
quite done.
But now we do have 4 rolls.
4 lions with different rolls. We're not
Don't match.
touching phoenixes.
4 phoenixes with different rolls,
Yep.
and we don't
And not
match
match.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got it, and it only took 12 turns. We just crushed it.
Okay. So that's how we play the cooperative Puzzle Masters Quest. We hope you enjoy playing it. Please back us. on Kickstarter. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.